Hello again, I'm Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at the Ultra X2 750 watt modular power supply. What's included is the user's manual, modular UV reflective FlexForce cables, screws for mounting the power supply in the case, a power cable, and the power supply. The Ultra X2 modular line of power supplies is available in 550 watts and 750 watts. I will be reviewing the 750 watt ULT40122 model, which is enough power for medium to high-end gaming systems. Now, how is this wattage determined? Well, to understand that, you need to know what rails are. Rails are basically well-regulated transformers which convert domestic current into the voltages that your computer system can use, and there are essentially two different rails, the 3.3/5 volt and the 12 volt rail. In this particular case, the approximate maximum peak output of the 3.3/5 volt rail is 160 watts, and the 12 volt is 600 watts, which is essentially how the wattage of this power supply is determined. The 3.3/5 volt rail is responsible for the motherboard, memory, PCI cards, and so on, while the 12 volt rail is responsible for the hard drives, optical drives, fans, CPU, video cards, etc. Also, some might be interested to know the peak amps on each rail. Well, the plus 3.3 volt is 24 amps, the plus 5 volt is 28 amps, and the two plus 12 volt rails are both 25 amps each. There are a couple of important things to remember when selecting a power supply. The first is wattage. Determine how much wattage you are going to require by the amount of hardware you will be installing. Generally speaking, a medium to high-end gaming rig would require a 500 to 700 watt power supply. If, however, you are going hardcore and have a multiple video card setup with lots of other hardware, select a power supply that's above 800 watts. Second, it should be at or above 80% efficient at typical load. The efficiency of this power supply is rated 72% at full load. Third, it should meet the latest ATX and other current standards, environmental directives, overvoltage, undervoltage, and other protections. This power supply meets all current standards. Fourth, I'd recommend choosing a power supply that has APFC. APFC, or Active Power Factor Correction, is something that also assists the power supply in being more efficient and therefore stable under load. APFC basically reduces total harmonics, corrects input voltage, and it allows for full input voltage range. Unfortunately, this power supply doesn't have APFC. Finally, select a power supply that has enough leads for your setup. Let's have a closer look at this power supply. It has a super high gloss titanium paint finish and comes with a large 120mm blue LED fan with Ultra's logo and two windows which look really cool. Please note that while the fan is recessed, the logo is raised, so it might not fit in some ATX cases. The quiet 120mm fan, along with the many ventilation holes, means that the power supply will remain cool in almost any environment. Note that this power supply is not auto switching. Here's the power cable connection and the power switch. This power supply has lots of leads and they're all modular, sleek-looking FlexForce cables. As the name suggests, these cables are super flexible, which allows them to bend around almost anything. They are perfect for hiding cables behind the motherboard tray or neatly tucking them out of sight. This design also increases airflow inside the case by about 30% over standard power supply cables. The modular design makes connecting and disconnecting leads a snap. It also means that you only need to use the leads required for your particular setup. Finally, have a listen to this power supply. This power supply performs fairly well, has great looks, is 750 watts and entirely modular, but it's only 72% efficient at full load. Overall, this is a great product. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds. This has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also, check out my website at www.3dgameitman.com. And while you're there, you can go into the forums and register. And remember, registration is completely free. You can also find out a lot more on this product in the forums. And as a final note, if you love watching my video reviews, please remember to help support 3dgameitman.com. If you wish to support, please visit support3gm.com. Until next time, take care. If you're doing any kind of modular, but it's only 72%. I can't speak. But it's only 72%. Percent? I can't say percent. Percent.